goes into the main scene. And I should be able to.
Oh gosh. Hello.
And bring it over here. And have space for 2 more people.
So you want me to participate in the live stream?
Yep.
Sure. I don't know what I could what I can contribute other than asking questions. I feel like that was what
Yeah, no, just ask questions. So I talked about it with, actually, this is there. So this is one of the things that I talked about with Diane, is like the format of it. And I guess what I'm going to do is go over kind of why we're expanding to Peru, some of the challenges, some of the good things about it, and just some stories from the village and what's been going on. And where you have been down there too, you can add in anything when you like to your perspective. My sister, I'm hoping, will come on. It's 4:00 over in Long Beach, so she's and she has to pick up the kids. And she's gonna try to call me when she's taking her kids home. So you don't know how that's gonna work.
But she won't be. Has she been there?
She has twice.
Since Peru joined the
No,
in the chat.
she has not. She's met some of the Peruvian people who live in La Libertad, and we had the family connections with those guys. But she's never been to she has been over to the Peruvian side, but only to like a tourist area with a bunch of animals in captivity.
Oh, I see. Let's see. Should I set the mood? Let's see if I can. Oh, I know.
Yeah, your sound is fairly good.
Is it? It's just my default. Boom. There we go.
Oh yeah, nice. I can turn down my there. I have a glare coming back there. I could turn this off and see what happens. What does that do? Do I like that better? I could take the picture down, but what do you think of the picture? Should I take it down? Is it too distracting?
Let me see. Without it, or I guess. Yeah, I could. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's not a big deal.
Bad.
Your face is so small in the frame, anyways. I will give a nice plain canvas.
Yeah. I thought about getting a green screen.
Bring this one.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's a little bit more. Hey, what's that? Well, I guess all my clothes are. I could move it over to then I get that. Oh well. There. Okay, so what this can do is it's kind of like StreamYard, but it's about half the price if we pay for it. And I'm maybe using some advanced features, but they might have a free plan that'll work for us. But
looks nice.
One of the things I'd like to do, maybe, and I've talked to Diane about it too, is like every last Sunday of the month, just have an hour when we go on from like 7 to 8 and just talk about what's going on with the project. And anyone who wants to come on and listen to us will know that we're there and can join, can ask questions. And we pick a theme each month. Like this one, it's the expansion in Vista Alegre. And like next month, well, at the end of this month, December, we could do something on how the work is coming along, how it's progressing. And then others might be more like the education, what the education's like in the Amazon and how it's challenging and difficult for the kids to graduate, to stay in school. Another one can be about the corruption, how it affects us and the schools and everyone. Like a lot of interesting things. Even the drug trade, what we know about narco traficantes and how that affects the life there and the economics and everything. Because it really does throw everything off. Like you have the $80,000 Range Rovers driving around next to people pulling carts with their hands, and where do they get the money from that? And they can buy things, and that makes it more expensive for people. And it also, I think, discourages legal business from developing because there's so much of the money coming in from the drug trade. So a bunch of things.
What would you like me to prompt you specifically on anything?
Let's see. If you can bring up the list on what's that? Which are you joined with the Give Butter site? Is that where you are?
No, I'm on the Eve Mux site. You sent me the link.
Okay, yes, that's right. Now we have somewheres here. I think that's it right there.
It says
Okay,
it's a link to join as an editor, but
yeah.
I think I just
Oh, there are two. One's to join as the editor, and the other one's the editor one
oh
came in
yeah.
your email.
Let me look at that. Let me look for that. Pin this.
Yeah, because another thing is if we buy it, and like a lot of like we also have a the pro version of Canva now that all the directors can use. Like up to 50 people can use it on our account.
All
So if
right.
you ever want anything with Canva, and it has the AI version, not very environmentally friendly. We were having that discussion at school as
AI in general, you mean?
yeah, AI in general, how many resources it uses, electricity, water, everything, and it's pretty.
I just got a message from Diane.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I think it's in the comment section for all of us. Hey guys, I can't get into the chat using the link you sent. It's the same link that she's been using.
That's
Uh,
probably why.
it
It
says
might be.
instrument. It says unable to initialize the session. I wonder if she's using Google Chrome. I was not able to get this working with any other web browser except Google Chrome.
Gee,
Yeah,
she was in it last night.
that's what she's. Yeah, it sounds like
I'm
she
calling her up now.
length and I don't know.
No, she should be able to. Okay. Oh, weird. Hello, hi. She can't get in?
You don't think it's because I'm in?
No, we have up to 12 seats. Yeah, we have up to 12 seats. You should be able to. I'm going to send you a new link right now. Yeah, here it goes. Wait. Yeah, I'm going to reply to yours. There, I just sent it back. Is it the same one that? Is it this? If this is okay, I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Maybe. There we go. Are you there? You're there.
I hear your voice.
Okay. And
Oh,
you're big. No, I'm making you
you're big.
small.
Yeah, huge. You're the front and center. Yeah, nice. So, are you controlling that all right now, Ben?
I
The
am.
size of each person's.
It's very similar to StreamYard, but for some reason I like it better. Maybe I'm just not exhausted from being in the Amazon. That could be it.
You've been back since June, right?
Yeah, I came back here June. Yeah, right. I came back in about June 20th. I think I was back. And then I was here for a couple of days and went to Los Angeles to LA. Um, then
Oh,
stayed there for like 3 weeks, came back here, and then got ready for school. And that's been my life since then. A lot of school.
are you going to go back next year?
I am. I already had my ticket for the 15th, but we
15th
had
of
well, I
what?
had a lot of delays. Like we had, I don't know if you heard about the student who was killed up here when he was getting off the bus.
No.
Yeah, we went made national news, but
Oh
not.
my gosh.
It was just briefly mentioned. But he was getting off the bus 2 Fridays ago, and he walked in front of it for some reason. The bus driver wasn't paying attention. It seems like, and killed him. And they
He
called off school for the next week for the 2 days before Thanksgiving break. Then we got back, and yesterday everyone was upset. And then today we had off because of a snowstorm. So I'm already running into gonna be late when I leave. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I have a little bit of personal days. I can take those. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to change my ticket, which you know how that goes.
Wait, are you leaving on December 15th or
Nope, on June 15th.
June 15th going back to the to
Yeah,
Columbia?
and staying for 6, maybe 7 weeks. 6, 7, great. I
Okay.
learned that in school too. You know
Okay.
the 6, 7 thing.
All right. I think I'm gonna write that down and I might try and join you down there.
Yeah, if you can, it'd be awesome. Because
Yeah,
you
that'll be
said
at the
you
tail
said you
end.
were going down in that time, like and then to China after.
Yeah, yeah. China's been pushed back to sometime in the second half of the year, probably after summer, so probably right after then. But I want to take advantage of my extra time on this hemisphere.
No, yeah, do it because
And,
they'd
yeah.
love to see you. They always ask about you,
Yeah, I
and
actually got to talk to Gustavo just briefly the other day.
no,
He
what do
called
you?
because a volunteer was down there, someone from Poland. She was down there and she was trying to help them reconfigure their booking.com setup.
Yes,
Where they were
he
like,
called me too. I think he was trying to call everyone. He couldn't get the person who usually configures it because the guy does tours up around Santa Marta in the northern part of Colombia, northern coast. So I don't know what happened if you got it fixed or not, but
I think they got it figured out, but I was not able to help them because I have never been able to access their account because they never remember the password.
right.
I
They've
was
got he called up and asked
doing
me
it
that.
today. It's like the second or third time that I've tried to get them to log me in from over here, either to their email or to the booking website, and they never have the right password, so I couldn't figure it out.
Nope. And I believe I gave him the password, the last password I gave him was his national identity number, like social security number, basically their version of that. And I guess he
Okay.
didn't remember it.
No, we tried that one. It was just a series of numbers. I remember that.
Yes, correct.
It was like a strange, why, like, oh, it's just a series of numbers password. I
Did
didn't
it
know.
work?
No, it didn't work.
You know what I think he did is that he was like, oh, well, it's more secure if I change this. And then he changed it and forgot it or lost it.
Well, I hope he doesn't lose his own login.
He may have.
No, I
I
mean,
don't know.
yeah, like I hope he doesn't accidentally log himself out and then he's getting
That's it.
killed.
Yep.
Anyways, Diane, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm keeping myself entertained over here, so you don't have to worry about me.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, plenty to do.
Yeah, we have a big fundraiser coming up this Saturday at the Congregational Church in Camden. So we're gonna be selling there like the Christmas craft fair thing.
Oh, great.
Yep, so it
The
should be
same
fun.
same kind of setup as 4th of July?
It is, yes. We have two tables. I think we had three at Fourth of July, so we're
Oh,
gonna do a
no.
little bit smaller. It's inside, but I found out that my middle school is having a big fundraiser too with the craft fair, and I think next year we should go to that because it's then I'll
Oh,
start knowing the kids and the parents and everything. We have a really nice parents group. They just donated a document camera to my room, so now we can do document camera stuff.
Is it
oh,
like a live, like the projector kind that
Yeah, yes, exactly.
put it up?
It 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 hangs down over my desk,
Mhm.
and I can put either books or rocks or whatever I want, and it focuses it better than the webcam did because I was using an old webcam, but it didn't work very well.
Yeah.
Hey, what time is it? Okay, we have 3 minutes, then we're going to start the official countdown and go. I wonder how many. Does it say how many people? Nope, doesn't say it.
does
I
it
was advertising this on
does
Facebook.
the link work
Yeah,
that
we advertise it on Facebook and on LinkedIn. And my sister and I sent out a huge email list to all of our supporters, all of our 78 supporters. And my sister's going through and sending out more just reminders. So we'll see. And
and do they have a way to join the chat too?
yes, unless it's broken. But I'm pretty sure it should be good. What happened? So I wonder. It was. I wonder why it had a different. I wonder if it generates a different one every time we enter. It shouldn't, because I reused the same um, entry port that I did yesterday. I just changed it from being a test to being the actual one. Okay, here we are, and I think it is. We have 2 minutes left. I'm going to change over to this. We won't lose. Endolia está activado. El celular de Endolia está activado. Sí, pero Hernán se lo pagó por un mes y el mes no más. Acabó el tiempo. Pagar. Sí. Bueno, salvamos luego. Sí. Oh, someone else is calling. Okay, well, tengo que ir. Bueno, hablamos luego, como a las 8:30. Bueno, chao.
Lucky caller number 2.
Hello, this is Roberto calling from Peru, a new place, and the other person. Okay, wow. Oiga, oiga, mire, this is de ellos. Sí. Tiene un enlace en su cuenta de WhatsApp. ¿Sí? ¿Puede entrar en esto o no puede? Tiene que intentar. Mire, apagar esta. Y en un mensaje, yo tengo un mensaje que yo mandé. En este mensaje tiene un enlace. Con el enlace usted puede juntar con el grupo de nosotros. ¿Entiende? So, leer su mensaje en WhatsApp. Es un link. Bueno, chao. Okay, so right now that's Roberto. He's a half an hour early, which I guess is better than a half an hour late, which would be 8 o'clock. But so he's trying to. I sent him a link. This link, it should be yes, it should be good. I sent him from the new event room, so he should be able to join us soon, and then I'll be able to translate back and forth. But they have another Starlink, but the Starlink that he's operating from is expensive and it doesn't always work. We're trying to put in a Starlink that always works because it's on solar power and it's shared between the community, and you pay one monthly fee rather than you pay like 20 you pay like $7 a month rather than like $2 a time. So it's like very much, it's
Is,
very
is
much.
it a
Oh,
different?
wow, you did it!
Sí, sí, señor.
Fantástico.
Ujú.
Ah, wow, alguna se por aquí. Yo creo que no servía. Eh, Ahora estoy minimizando. Estoy minimizando su imagen y ahora usted está con nosotros. Ok, ¿puede escucharme?
Like you
Unmute.
mute? Did you mute him? Or did
Yeah,
you?
for some reason it's getting feedback.
Mm-hmm. Maybe
Oh,
he
¿puedes escuchar ahora?
maybe he needs to turn his laptop speakers down or something.
Roberto, puede escucharme? Roberto. Roberto's rejected request to unmute microphone. Hey, desbloquea su celular. Mire. I wonder if he got that hand signal. Add camera. No. I guess you can't. Oh, well, we figure it out. Okay. Now I'm going to send him a message saying to unmute. I might be able to just call him. Seems like it won't call. He can probably hear us. Hey, Roberto, si se puede escucharme, tiene que desbloquear el sonido de su celular. No podemos escuchar que usted está hablando porque está bloqueado. ¿Entiende? I believe he can hear us.
Mm-hmm.
If you can hear me, no, si puede escucharme, hacer esta, como así. ¿Puede escucharme o no? ¿Puede escuchar sí o no?
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Okay, so I'm going to get him out, kick him out. I can ask him for unmute. Good. Bueno. Ahora puede escuchar.
Sí, sí te escucho bien. ¿Usted me escucha?
Sí, pero tiene
Sí,
mucho como
pero tiene mucho como
feedback in Spanish.
feedback in Spanish.
Bajar. ¿Tiene
Bajar,
audífonos?
¿tiene
No.
audífonos o no?
He lowers his laptop.
He lowers his laptop.
You have a phone? ¿Tiene
You
un
have a
celular o tiene un portátil? I don't know if I think he was caught talking on his cell phone. In which case, when my voice came out, it was broadcasting that back. So he could, if he had audiophonos, earphones, he could fix that problem, right?
Audiofonos, is that how you say that in Spanish?
Yes.
Huh.
Audiofonos. Earbuds.
Audiofonos.
Oh, we'll see. Okay, so there may be some other people who have joined us. There may not be, but if there ever are, then we can continue with the program. Okay, so basically, this is about Vista Alegre Construction Fund for Giving Tuesday 2025. And I think we can do.
Ahora sí, ¿está mejor? ¿Me escucha?
Hay un ruido atrás.
Hay un ruido atrás.
El problema es que puedo. Well, I think maybe we'll have to just have him listen, but he won't understand anything, and work out the technical difficulties later. But at least now we know. So that's part of the fun of the project, is working through all the technical issues. And if it does work, considering he's coming from the middle of the jungle on some kind of shared internet connection, it was pretty good.
Oh, we got to see his handsome face for a minute there.
Yeah, you got to see that he's a real person. Yeah.
Real.
That's another thing we're talking about with talking about with Diane, is that if we do the live streaming, it shows that we have real transparency. We're real people, and they can see a lot of the issues that we face with communications, with talking with other people, with coordinating schedules, everything. So where was I? Yes. So today is the 1 hour live stream event to raise funds and discuss our new work in the community of Vista Alegre. So first thing I'm going to do is go through a little a slideshow, welcome slideshow. And I have this, and you see the picture over on the left of the screen. Okay, everyone can see that.
Yes, we can. Or I
Do you
can.
guys hear the feedback of Roberto's phone when he's
Yeah,
when I'm talking?
yeah. It's
Yeah.
When
not
I'm
just
talking,
you. When I spoke, I heard it's like the whole audio from the whole stream is feeding back.
yeah. I wonder if there's a way I can fix that.
Well, my first thought was it's just his laptop speakers is feeding back through the microphone. I don't know.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a laptop.
What is he? Oh, he's using his phone.
Cell phone. Yeah.
Hmm.
Just background noise reduction, echo cancellation. I have echo cancellation going on,
You have it.
but I
Hmm.
wonder if I can configure it.
I wonder if that's just for your machine or if it's for the whole system.
It may just be for mine. I'm using Crisp, which
Hello,
is an
Crystal.
AI noise reducer. So this cancels other noise.
Hola, Cristal Garcia. Cristal has
Christelle? Christelle she wants to join? Is she
Oh,
there?
she's just. We got a new comment. I'm
Oh,
looking for a place where we can see who is currently watching. Maybe you have that, but I don't as of yet.
Roberto is attempting to again.
He's just checking in
It's
momentarily.
Christelle.
Oh, Cristal Angulo Garcia.
Yeah,
She must
my
be.
sister.
Okay, great, cool.
Yes. She may be on there, but she might not be able to join. I don't know. Maybe she sent an email.
No, we can't
No,
hear you. We also don't see you as a what's it called? As a member.
as a guest on the picture. We don't get a picture.
But it looks like you're. So I guess you're viewing the stream maybe as just a viewer, and
Yeah.
Ben needs to get you the right
How
link.
do you where do you see her talking?
We've got a
I can't.
comment bar on the side.
I can't
Um,
find a place to respond to the comments.
that's true. I don't see that either. It must be a
Okay.
totally different interface. You know, I wonder if they're probably coming in from different
Yeah, it
different.
looks like you're just watching the live stream.
She's watching
And
it
for
on
some,
Facebook. You're
and,
on
and
Facebook, Crystal. So
Yeah,
if
she's watching the live stream,
you
but
to
not
click the
participating.
link
but we can't write to you.
evmux.com link the Ben.
So she just clicked on the Facebook badge and is typing in the comments.
Mhm.
Okay, can she? Okay, I'm gonna invite guest. Maybe she has the old link or something. The link that I sent her doesn't work. Okay, and I should be able to send her a new link. Okay, that's
Ooh,
taking
there's
forever.
Cookie. She said, "Nope, I'll just listen to you."
Okay, so just tell Crystal, can you hear us? Can you hear us? I just sent you a new link on your a text message to your phone with a link that should work so you can get into the live stream. And this is a good test because we'll see if Crystal's phone also has the same feedback problem that Roberto's had. Lorena, I guess I just got a message from. Okay, I understand. So it might have been an issue with Roberto's phone.
Oh, there you are. Hi.
Hello.
Nice. It's nice to meet you, Crystal. Cool.
Nice.
Well, snowed in at the moment for me.
Really?
I'm in Maine.
You didn't have
What
any
about-
school today either, did you?
No, no, no.
How's the level of voice on this? Is this am I loud enough? Too loud? How is it? What do you think?
Hi, hi, Roberto.
Sì, sí, el problema estaba soy lá. Ahora no puedo escuchar mi voz cuando usted estaba hablando. So I just told him that now it's better, and he
Yeah.
said it was a problem with the other cell phone, and that was why. Now he's using his wife's cell phone. I just sent the link over WhatsApp to that one. Yeah, and they said they could see your comments, but I could not, which is interesting. I wonder how I can configure it. It's
I bet
beyond
there's just a panel somewhere that you have collapsed.
interesting. Oh,
Cool.
I see something there. No, that's over there. Wow,
Ben,
I
is
have
there
a
a
whole
way?
message up here now.
What?
Okay. So,
Ben,
Roberto,
is
estamos hablando sobre los problemas de conectando. Esa es la primera vez. Estamos utilizando esta plataforma para comunicar, para recoger fondos, para seguir con el proyecto. Sí. Bueno, entonces, soy Benjamín Angulo. Tenemos Paul. Paul estaba en la Libertad hace como un año y medio, ¿cierto? You were in La Libertad about a year and a half ago.
Sí. Mucho
Sí.
gusto, Roberto.
I believe he can see you. I see him.
Mhm.
La próxima persona es a Diane. Diane es la tesoro. Tesorera. I don't know what the feminine version of a tesoro is. Tesorera, creo, de nuestros proyectos. Y la segunda señora es de mi hermana que se llama Crystal. Cristal. Bueno, ahora estamos siguiendo con las fotos. Now we're going forward a little bit of the pictures. So the one I have here is when they were making the boat of La Libertad, for the community boat. We donated about $1,000 to the community, and they did the work um, and donated the tree, and we did the gasoline, the nails, all that stuff. And this shows you when it's done, almost finished. But it gets about 45 feet long, or like 14 meters, almost, that's about like 50. And this is the finished boat. And this picture was taken a week ago when they were going to un partido de fútbol. ¿Dónde estaba este partido?
That's incredible how many people have a
Roberto, ¿dónde ellos fueron? En el boat, en el bote, con Brian. ¿Dónde fueron? ¿Usted sabe? Okay, he's saying that the sound is bad. He only hears every few words that we're saying, so he can't really understand what's going on, just that I asked him a question. So, again, that's another one of the reasons why they need good internet, reliable internet in the community. ¿Está conectando con Starlink o con quién? O con Claro. Claro o Starlink. Su conexión de internet. Okay, he just said that because they're having a lot of rain. They've been having torrential downpours. I published a few Facebook posts about it from Leticia. Because of that, it reduces the velocity. With the velocity slower and all the people trying to use it, they can't really connect and they have a bad signal. So that's what's going on there. Okay, so I'll go through these. So this is on the picture of the boat. It's going to one of the other communities around there, and they play football games or soccer games. Next, this is the most recent big work we did. We finished the healthcare center, and here you see actually that's Roberto's brother-in-law. You see in the green bending over, and he's painting it. That's Brian, the same kid who was just um, in the boat. This is the interior of it when they're finishing the floor. Did all with ceramic, steel, concrete, everything. So it's really very well built. It should last for, I don't know, another 40 years with care, with minimal care. And this is installing the solar panel. We did this again this last spring. We have a 48-volt battery, um, and this will pretty much give 24-hour power to La Libertad as long as they don't hook up a lot of refrigerators.
To the whole,
Yeah,
to how
we had,
many La Libertad?
we had an expansion of the kitchen where we added 2 meters onto the end of it. There we're also repairing a lot of the rotted boards, and we have a new place to store food and other things we need for cooking. And this is, you remember Victor? Victor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Victor eating with the kids. So we usually do a lot of work and then eat. And it shows some more of the. This is the old tool shed that we've been fixing up. She's a volunteer, I believe, from United Kingdom. And there's a new. This is where the old guest house where you guys stayed when you went down there, Crystal. And
That's
they
the metal one behind it, right?
yeah, this is the two-story building that we have now, the new one. You haven't seen that. They knocked down the old one just about a year and a half ago because it was so rotted, and they're putting up a new one. But this is an area where people come and have picnics and eat. She's another volunteer somewhere in Europe, I'm not sure where, and she is painting. And what's great about this is it has a concrete base, which will keep it from rotting out. And they're also putting an enclosure, a fence around it, because of the dogs come up and just sit everywhere and crap and all that stuff. So that's a big improvement. This is Jorge. He's the pastor, and he's working with us. He went and got a lot of the information from the kids that we needed to send off to sponsors. Uh, he's a volunteer from France, and he put in new stairs for us. This is the scholarship program. So a lot of things, these things are the successes that we've had with La Libertad. What we want to do now is replicate a lot of these things in Vista Alegre. And this is Roberto. I wonder if he sees his picture. We took a lot of the old things we were no longer using in La Libertad, and we were using them and starting out slowly in Vista Alegre. Right now, they have an old 12-volt battery and a smaller solar panel that we had, and this will work for charging up their cell phones. They periodically lose power that is coming from the city. It's about 15 kilometers away, and this allows not only Roberto and his family, but the other people from the community come and recharge their cell phones and other things they need to make calls, and lights, especially LED lighting. And this is on the boat again, the new boat that we had. This is Roberto and going up on a trip to La Libertad, dropping off water tanks and other things we needed to continue along with the construction of the projects we did in La Libertad. I believe that is the end of that. So that brings me up to the next part of it talks about why we want to go into Vista Alegre. So we had, as you guys may know, may not know, I'm not sure. We had issues with the chief and corruption in the Libertad. So we have no longer formally deal with the chief, but we are continuing to support Gustavo and his works, especially in tourism and volunteer. And through that, we're also going with education, continuing with the scholarship program. Um, Roberto was one of the most helpful people in the community, and he is really very, very good at giving us receipts, at carrying out work, at when he's doing things, when he says he does things, he really does them. So I'm going to go over to my next part of the 7:15 to 7:45 and show this. Within 3 days of sending down the money for the first phase of the five phase construction, at 3 days after he got the money, this is what he had built. And those are hard. Those are called cortizones, and they're from heartwood of hard trees, and they'll last as the most rot resistant thing they have in the Amazon. These will last 10 years easily, each one of these, as opposed to the regular wood, which is some regular hardwood, which will last without care 3 years. With paint, you should be able to get 6 or 7 years. And after the first week, this is what he had up and doing the floor. And beautiful wood. I mean, this is a hardwood. I believe it's mata matar. I'm not sure exactly what that is, but very heavy, very dense, very rot resistant. And this, like, I'd say about within a week and a half after we've given them the money, this is what he had finished. And overall, this cost us about $1,200 to make. That's including labor, food, everything. So it's a pretty good deal.
This is a cabin for volunteers to stay in?
Yes, this is for volunteers and also for tourists. And it works as a dual purpose. When we don't have volunteers that are there, or volunteers can mix with tourists that come. So they start getting money from tourism dollars or from people who are coming to the community to do things. Sometimes they have doctors who come in. Sometimes they have people who are doing construction projects. They need a good place to stay. And they have absolutely no hotels or any decent, clean places to stay that someone like a doctor or a nurse would consider a good place where they're not going to get sick some disease. And this offers it. So they offer low amounts to stay. It might be like it's like basically about five to $7 a night to stay here for local people, and they charge, I'm not sure what it is, to foreigners. If a night with a whole tour and everything, usually it's about $30,000 to $40,000 from the States, like $10 a night. And then if they go on a tour, they can be up to like $75 a day per person. So it's one of the only places or ways they really have of making income illegally is through tourism. So there are a lot of benefits to it. And this is modeling after what we've done in the Libertad with Gustavo. And Gustavo brings people on tours, and he also supports people who come to the community and need a good place to stay. And this is it. So we're doing the same model that we had that has been successful in the Libertad here.
Is Roberto that guy?
He is.
He give tours and
yes, with tourists, you can do tourism. He has friends in the tourism business. The only thing he never had to do was capital. He never had the money, never had someone organizing it. So we're providing the organization, the herencia, the management, and he's providing the labor. He has the connections. His family has lived there for the community's 80 years old and all. He's been there. He grew up there, and I believe, is 35. So he's been for 35 years. He has 4 kids. Four kids. A new baby just came along, and his third son is named Benjamin. So you may have named the kid after me. It was never officially said, but I believe it is. And putting brushes. We're actually even having them do it safely, like they're using safety glasses, gloves when they work with painting and things, and masks. And that's Davy. Davy is Roberto's brother-in-law. He has his 13th birthday today. Hey, por favor, decir feliz cumpleaños a Davy para mí.
yes.
See? I don't know if you heard that, but I just to say happy birthday. And it's going to bring this is Roberto's wife. You see in the boat. Bueno, ¿ustedes escucharon? Si decir feliz cumpleaños a Davey, por favor. And this is the example of one of the bunk beds that I had made. See, Davey está en Christopher, de nada. 13 años, 13 años tiene. Buenas noches, ¿cómo están? ¿Está trabajando duro con la casa?
Buen trabajo, David.
Bueno, si estamos siguiendo con hablando en inglés. Bueno, gracias por saludando. Sí.
Talentosa.
I just said happy birthday to him and thank you for greeting us and everything. And Paul just said good work.
And that he's talented.
Yeah, no, it is good. So, Roberto's a very hard worker. Davey is a really smart kid, but sometimes he's too smart for his own good, and he doesn't pay attention in school as much. And he has a little bit of ADHD, but if he's focused in the right direction, he does really well. Good. It's like half the kids in the Amazon, if they were up here, would be put on Ritalin. Okay. And then there they are in the other picture, going back from Vista Alegre, and this was taken 2 days ago or yesterday. Hey, esta foto es de ayer. Creo? See, I believe it was. And what's great about Roberto is he's giving me more receipts just in the past 3 weeks than I've gotten for my life in Gustavo. Not that Gustavo doesn't try, but it's just harder for him. He's and that's it. So that's the Casa. Okay, now I have the last part. What are we on? We're at 7:30. Is it 7:50? You can see it's 7:30. Oh, it's not too bad. We're right on schedule here. So other things. So why 5 phases? Okay, so first, yeah. So we have a 5-phase plan because that way it's easier to organize and for those guys to understand it rather than get a whole bunch of money at once, which may be hard to buy everything and to keep it all and keep in line. Instead, we're going step by step. So each phase, the first one has now been completed, is to make is to have the guest house done, and we're there. Okay, phase 2, we're going to be painting it. That's what Davey and his cousin, excuse me, his older nephew is going to be doing over the next couple of days, plus putting together bunks, making a bathroom that we're at that phase now with a toilet and a sink and a 1,000-liter tank. And they have all that stuff, which they purchased either yesterday or the day before. Phase 3, we're going to be making a kitchen, which will be 3 meters by 6 meters, with a propane gas stove and a tank, sink, countertops, table, 4 chairs, and a pantry box for food storage. That's going to be about $1,300. Then, if everything goes well up to that point, it's phase 4 of when we'll bring in a Starlink. And that, again, it depends on how we're doing with fundraising and everything. The cost for that, to buy it, to bring it down, and to install it is about $400. After that point, the same thing that is happening in the Libertad right now is that people who want to use it will pay to have the monthly fee. And it was we have been paying for it. And thank you to Crystal and Josh who provided the money for it last time for the past 2 years. But this is it. We've transitioned to where they're more responsible now, and we believe the same thing will work. And Roberto has already said that what would ask for paying for a monthly fee is less than what they're paying hourly right now. Like, Roberto, ¿puede escucharme? Roberto? Hey, ¿cuánto se tiene que pagar por hora para Starlink en Puerto Alegre? Sean, pardon, en Vista Alegre. Vista Alegre. Sí, por hora. Un sol por hora? Oh, that's not really bad. It's just a sol an hour. 30 hours. Actually, that's pretty reasonable. But it depends on how many people are connected, and if we do have one that they're paying like 30 sols, it's like $1 a day. So rather than paying $1 an hour, they pay $1 a day. So that's the difference in price. Let's see. And then the fifth phase will be done when I'm there in June, and that's including putting in the electrical wiring, installing the solar panels, the battery, 48-volt system, hopefully, which will allow us to have a refrigerator and then have a real, like a tourist center and a really good volunteer area. So that's the 5 phase plan.
And
Questions?
that'll did I read that that's going to be about $2,500 for that solar system?
No, the solar panels and systems will be anywhere from where's I have it here. It'll be $2,000 for a small solar electrical system. If we can raise 3,500, then it can go up to a 48-volt system, which we can scale up really well in the future and have like it would be equal to a house that we have here. Which if we were paying that amount of money, it would be $15,000 for that. But down there, because we're doing the labor, because things are actually cheaper, and we're not paying the incredible amount of tariffs that are now being imposed, we can make it at, I don't know, a fraction of the price of what would pay for things in the United States. Same deal with all the building. So that was one of the volunteers that we had before. Stefan, he's from Switzerland. He was saying that he likes coming to Latin America and to other developing countries. He works and saves through all the year, and then he goes and does real things with his money that go so much further than they ever could back at home. And it's just an incredible investment and just so much value, and it has so much more that he can do with his money, which is kind of the same way that I. Questions, comments?
Why do you do this, Ben? Why do you keep coming back through all the
I
challenges
think
you faced?
I was working so much in school down in Bogota for a private school that I was almost like working myself to death. And now I kind of do the same thing up here in some ways. And
Mm.
while education is important and everything, I didn't feel like I was really contributing to the betterment of the world overall, or to do really something. And when I was on vacation down in the Amazon, my last year of school of teaching in Bogota, I thought, gee, this is a hard place. I'd never been living in a place with that much poverty and that much people needing things and that much filth and poor food. I was so tired when I got back from there after staying only for 3 days, and that was with Gustavo. And Gustavo really asked that we help him. He needs help, that we don't forget him. And I was tired of just working to death for someone else. So then I, I want to have working myself to death for a good cause, I guess. I don't know, leaving something, maybe a legacy. Plus, it's fun. Plus, I learn more from doing this. Like tonight, in the last couple of days, I've been learning how to live stream, and I've learned so much that I never would have before. I've learned about how to install solar panels on different types of wood, on rot, on so many types of diseases. Like just from living down there, intestinal disorders. I was the first person ever in Maine to be diagnosed with dengue from dengue fever.
You got dengue?
I did. The Maine CDC actually had me go up and give a talk on dengue, but when I went up, I was still suffering from the brain fog, and I couldn't even get my words out. So I guess they saw it firsthand what dengue really does to people.
Oh my gosh.
I was when I was working at Seton. You remember there was a time when I started having a lot of trouble in the morning meetings? That was because of the dengue.
Wow. So ultimately, you've always just sought to improve the world in whatever way you can.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Teaching.
it's hard to say. It's like I found one place where I can do it, and I've kind of picked La Libertad, and it's really, the Amazon is an amazing place, and it's just so wild. And there are other things I could do. I don't donate a lot of money to other causes. Sometimes, like other things, my time and stuff I still do, but mostly I donate towards the one project that I can have a lot of effect in. And I also know where all my money is going, and it's being well run, like all those things. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to deal more with the chief of Libertad because of the problems of corruption. I felt like the money he was taking and using for other things that wasn't being donated for.
I didn't realize I was muted.
You were muted?
Was I
Oh,
muted?
you saying stuff?
I just thought you were just being really reflective and thinking a lot.
No, I do remember the dengue.
Yeah, no, that was wild. I was like having a hard time thinking, and coffee
Yes,
didn't help.
I remember the dengue and many other things, Ben,
Yes.
that you came back with.
Oh, yeah. Intestinal parasites.
Oh,
Like one
yes,
time I
lots
came
of
back and
them.
I'd lost 20% of my body weight, and I'm not fat to begin with. I would love to, if we can sometimes get a better internet connection later.
What what's nice about this supporting this project is that there's something for everyone to do to support it. You don't have to go down to the Amazon. If I mean, look, I'm not an outdoorsy gal, so I'm not going to be down in the boat in the Amazon. But I want to help. I mean, I'm an educator. Um, I I I'm a philanthropist. I really want to help people, um, but I can do it from my home. I can, go online and promote this cause, and um, I sup- I also donate my time, um, my money. I also sponsor a student down there. Um, so there's something for everyone in this this project.
Uh, that means you, folks out there listening, who would like to
All, all, I
the
don't know
same
how many.
time. um, yeah, Diane, what is that? What does it feel like to be able to do those sort of things from so far away and sponsor a student? What do you what do you get out of that?
I think what's really special about this particular project is that you get um, indirect, and direct contact in some ways with um, the children you sponsor or the people you're helping. Because I mean, look at this. I mean, Roberto's here. There's streaming now in the villages. We can get in touch with people who are working actually in the village. We can see the progress as it's being made,
Yeah,
where
it's
the
taken
money's
us
going.
years to get to the point of when we can communicate with them easily. And we've had to put in
Mhm.
solar power, we had to put in Starlink, and we even had to teach them how to use it.
Yes, I mean, this has been going on for a long time, and I think it's it's hard to really wrap your head around how much work went into it to get it to this point. And you had to have a lot of faith in the people who were working it, that they were being honest because there wasn't this kind of direct accountability, um, immediate accountability. You had to, wait for those receipts to come back and say, oh, yeah, the money did go to that.
Yeah,
There's
so
the
long and so
photograph.
hard to get.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, you could see exactly what's happening.
And even with Gustavo now has his other family members who are marrying his daughters, and they're coming in and they're actually nice people, like Victor and others, and Sergio,
I know
Gregorio, pardon, Gregorio, who
for me,
are
what
able to do more of it.
my participation in all this I get out of this some satisfaction that I'm doing something to make other people's lives better. Um, I'm I'm not a rich person. I don't have, oodles of, I'm not a billionaire. I can't throw money around. But what I can do, I do. And I make things. I donate them to the craft fairs for fundraising through Amazon Pueblo. Um, I get a lot of satisfaction out of doing those kind of things, little things. And I'm getting older, and it it's a great way to spend my time in service of someone else that needs a hand. And thinking of these kids, um, I've been an educator for over 30 years, and to continue on through Amazon Pueblo and help these kids get to school, and they really want to go to school, and maybe improve their situation where they're not dependent on drug traffickers to make a couple of bucks to survive. They can actually go out and find a job and make a real life for themselves. Uh, it's immeasurable what that can do, and we even have some success stories to share later about how that has happened. I won't dominate the time here, but go ahead.
No, I love that.
Sorry.
Hey, Paul, can you
Beautiful.
briefly tell us about your experience there and what you think of what's going on in the Amazon and how we can make a difference?
Well, I level with what Diane said a lot, especially the part about not necessarily being a millionaire myself or being able to like throw money around financially, but I love to dedicate my time and energy and talents to make whatever kind of difference I can. And for me, that usually looks like film, video, photo, and documentary work, which is thing that I do. And ever since I randomly fell into Gustavo's um, hosting, was that last summer at this point, summer of 2024. I've been enthralled with the community and the environment down there and the social climate and the chaos of it all and
Good. Yeah.
the peace that people still somehow achieve internally. Yeah, it's all really amazing. So yeah, I've been looking to my goal as being part of this team mainly is I want to make a film about these people, tell their stories and tell the story of this village and its history and the Yagua people and last week actually I submitted another grant then for the Redford Center. Um, it was almost a 15-page long grant, but yeah, if it gets picked up, then we'll get money for the village and money for us to make a film and hopefully get these issues in front of more eyes and bring awareness and potential more donors to the table.
Yeah. Just getting the word out, having the show. Through your
Yeah.
videos is some of the best responses we've had when people have started understanding more of what it's like there, which has
Yeah,
helped so much.
there's people that are so incredibly. I mean, they're so sharp and they're so resilient and they're so like genius in their own ways. I mean, the things that Gustavo, who first of all is such a sweet, genuine guy. Like, you can feel it immediately. He has such pure intentions for himself and his community. But man, just when he took me into the jungle and showed me the incredible knowledge that they have, that he has of this is the root here where that you can shave it off like this and help with asthma, or like this is the vine where you can drink fresh water from if you're in a pinch. You know, like this is how you weave palm leaves into a basket or into a roof for our huts. Blah blah blah. Like just it blew me away.
Next, Roberto. ¿Puede escucharme?
Sí, señor.
Sí, tengo preguntas.
Sí, dime.
Recuerde las 3 preguntas que tiene en WhatsApp.
Sí, señor.
La primera, describir brevemente Vista Alegre. So I sent him 3 questions earlier on WhatsApp, and I'm having him answer these, and I'll briefly translate them. So I just asked him, briefly, tell us about Vista Alegre. Hágale.
Bueno, describe el lugar. La primera lugar describe Vista Alegre brevemente. Dice, el lugar centro, poblado o comunidad. Es una comunidad acogedora, rodeada de naturaleza, con gentes amables, respetuosas y organizadas, trabajadoras. Describidamente es la comunidad ribereña, vemos el canto del río, el Amazonas.
Okay, so he said basically there are people who live along the river, the Amazon River, and they're organized, they're friendly, they also believe in hard work, and they're also living with nature. La segunda pregunta, ¿cómo esperas que Amazon Pueblo puede ayudar a ti y a tu pueblo? I just said, how can Amazon Pueblo help him in his village? Hágale.
Bueno, segunda pregunta, pues en mi personalidad, pues con proyectos como salud, educación, turismo y otras cosas, etcétera, agrícolas, como de crianzas, animales, etcétera. ¿Sí me escucha?
See? Okay, basically he said in the areas of health, education, and tourism. Basically, that's what they're hoping for. That all those 3. So, and that's exactly what. And tourism is related to bringing in the work because they don't have a lot of opportunities to work outside of the coca industry. There's really not much, and tourism, we're trying to develop it, and there's such a big untapped resource, and the amount of people who come in could be increased by 10 easily, and it would provide both a good experience for the people who are visiting if it's done sustainably and for the communities that they're interacting with. But that's what I said, but the second part, there is a huge untapped resource there. It's just not used. People don't go there for tourism, and it's a beautiful area. Not like, Brazil. And la tercera pregunta, ¿cuáles son los mayores desafíos que enfrentan los niños de Vista Alegre?
Tercera pregunta, ¿qué desafíos mayores?
This is what are the worst challenges that are faced by the children of Vista Alegre. Sí, what do you
Son los desafíos que enfrentan los niños de Vista Alegre como salud, educación, alimentación, saneamiento, que significa el agua, lo más importante, que nosotros estamos en tanto del Amazonas, pero metido en un brazo del Amazonas y siempre nos secamos y tenemos dificultad de saneamiento del agua. Alimentamos con el agua, pero de lluvia, y sabemos que el agua de lluvia en el tiempo nos da enfermedades y todo eso. Y también padecemos del transporte. Tenemos niños que estudian de otras comunidades ribereñas, estudian acá como nosotros tenemos los 3 niveles de primaria, secundaria, inicial. Entonces padecemos de todas esas cosas que significan el agua, el transporte, alimentación.
Good. Thank you. Okay, so basically it's talking about health, education, and water are the biggest things. They only drink rainwater now, and when it doesn't rain, they have to take contaminated water from the river and either boil it or treat it, or some people just drink it if they can't do that, and they get a lot of illness from it, which I really know. Also, food. There's food insecurity there, and transportation. Basically, the same things that they're facing in La Libertad are also in Vista Alegre. That's not unique to any one village down there. They're all dealing with it, and the government doesn't meet the needs of the people. They don't, they can't, they don't, either from corruption or from people in their positions who aren't effective at what they're doing, and that's usually tied back into corruption. There. So I guess any questions you want to ask for Roberto that I can translate?
Roberto, ¿cuántas personas tiene Vista Alegre?
Estamos hablando como 416 habitantes de la comunidad.
416. That's pretty
Wow.
exact.
¿Y cuántos de estas personas es niños y niñas? Did I ask that correctly?
Hablando como de 200, 295. 295 entre niños y niños.
Más o menos media.
295.
Okay, so right about.
A little bit more than half.
Muy bien, muy bien.
2/3. Wow.
Es un poquito más grande de Libertad, ¿no?
Sí, mucho mejor, mucho más mayor.
Yeah. Yes, there are about between 200 and 250 people in La Libertad because many of them are gone working. It's like a lot of them out there. Good. I think that is it for that question and answer part. Thank you for gracias para hablando sobre sus respuestas.
Sí, gracias, Roberto.
De igual manera, cuídense.
Now I'm going to wrap up by showing a story here. We have let's see, stories, fundraising, adios. So, I picked out one of our most successful students, and her name's Anna Maria, and she's on the left, and she's been in the scholarship program for 5 years now. This is her 5th year, and this was taken 2 years ago, and she finished up her studying in Macedonia, which is a village that's about 3 villages up from La Libertad. It's about a half an hour boat ride away, half an hour, 45 minutes. Now she's living down in Leticia, and she has entered into the police program to be a police officer. That's what about half of the kids in our program, in the scholarship program, say they want to be in police or the military, and she's actually doing it. And the other half want to be either nurses or doctors or teachers. Those are what the most common things. I don't know why. Most people don't want to be fishermen, but that's what a lot of them end up doing. Not there's anything wrong with fishing, actually. They like it, though. And this is when she's here in her uniforms, where she's really training. And she has since graduated from this, and she is now like a reserve police officer, and she's going to be she wants to go to Bogota to complete her training. But she's 21 years old now, and her sponsor has wanted to keep up with her all through her education. And that's her just recently, about 8 months ago, I took that picture. ¿Sabe quién es ella? Ana María.
Sí.
Sí.
La libertad.
Yeah, sí, de la Libertad. Ella es policía ahora, en como justicia, creo. Oh. Yeah. And this is a different story. And well, Anna Maria went through a lot to get where she is. She gave up a lot. She studied a lot. When other people were going out and doing other things, I don't know, like partying or whatever, she was studying and working. And she always works to support herself when she's going to school. Another one is this is about the baby in the picture. ¿Tú sabes quién es este bebé? ¿Quién es el bebé?
La y acá es Carmen,
Carmen?
Carmen, la que está abajo, y la de
Sí.
arriba creo que no,
Radamel.
Radamel.
See, Radamel. So Radamel yesterday had his 12th birthday, but he's been one of the kids who's been growing up. He's Gustavo's nephew, and this shows him like 10 years later, and he was one of the kids in the scholarship program. He had a hard time with reading. I believe his father doesn't read and always had a hard time. His older brother does too, and he does as well. It isn't impossible for him, but it's hard for him. He just did his last school buying trip. That's him in school. He just completed the third grade. That's what he always helps. Very good at working, doesn't complain at all. Um, and here we're in a place when we're modifying some of the cables to go into the solar panels. He also goes and helps with the school, and this time the teachers needed him to put up a whiteboard. So he went up and he helps with that. Always really, really helpful, always willing to do something, and he wants to go to school. Okay, unfortunately, about 2 months ago, we lost touch with him. We found out that because of the food, his family's very poor. He had to go off and leave, and he went to work in the coca fields over in Peru. And this is when he came back over a long weekend. And even though he's in here, he's 11 years old, and he's working in coca fields between 8 to 10 hours a day, he still likes to come back and play with cars. In fact, he's probably a radio control car, and he bought it with the money that he made. But now he is out of school. We're trying to get him to go back in. We're trying to get him to learn and teach or to learn with applications for cell phones, but it isn't very there's not very good outlook. That's 1 year ago. This week is when he took that picture. That's Davy, his cousin, and who's exactly a year older than him. But Davy had his birthday today, and Radamel had his birthday yesterday.
David.
Yeah, Davy. No, it's Davy. Wait, let me see. There he is. ¿Esa torta estaba buena o no? See? Muy rica la torta. So that is the story of Radamel. And what we're trying to do is get it so that kids don't have to make that choice between eating or working in the coca fields and education. Like we want to have their parents to have more opportunities for income. We want to have them more stability and just better businesses. That's what we're working towards. And so much of that is education. I see no other way to really make it happen. It's education and business. And you need education to run a successful business. And I believe anything else. And John Carlos. If that wasn't the story for you. Okay, so John Carlos is on the right. And this is when he was taken when he was 12 years old. He's one of the smartest kids ever to go to the school of La Libertad. His professors were always like, no, John Carlos is it. He could learn things. He could pick up stuff very, very quickly, read and write very well, draw everything. He's also a good fisherman. He has I believe 9 brothers and sisters, 9 or 10. We found a beetle there. And we took him with his sister and Gustavo to the Science Museum in Bogota, Colombia. And when we were there, we went through and we had the idea of sending him to school. I think sending him to a really good school, to La Alhaba. Now we now have a partnership with him. But when we were trying to get John Carlos into a school in Leticia, he would have stayed at this foundation where they support kids who have rough family lives and give them a place to stay. We had him signed up and ready to go. His father had to come down and look it over and sign the final paperwork. But that was a week before COVID hit, and everything stopped. Everything. And it was even more extreme, so much more extreme in Colombia than it was here in the States. And he couldn't, and that was it. So this is more the La Alhaba. Then John Carlos, unfortunately, went over to work in the coca industry. But what his teachers saw and what we saw in him, they also did. And he became a chemist. and he has one of the highest incomes of any of the people who work there because he actually mixes what they need to form the cocaine, to process the cocaine. And not everyone can do that. You have to really know what you're doing, and that's what he's doing. So that's another shame. He could have gone out. He's probably one of the only kids, I believe, who could have successfully gone through college. And this shows La El Haba, who we have a partnership with, sponsoring 5 kids with those guys, and they're doing the shopping with them. And that is it. So that's just one more part of our program. If kids show a lot of potential, we can have them go down to stay at La Al Haba and have them go to some of the best schools in Leticia. There. Now you've seen the extremes of kind of what everything that can happen. So kids who do stay in school and they make a lot of sacrifices, and their parents have to make a lot of sacrifices, like Anna Maria. Then you have other kids who their parents and their families just can't get it together enough because of poverty, because of ignorance, because of whatever. They have no choice. And then you have the other kids who have all the potential, incredible potential, and it's basically wasted.
Can you quickly explain what it actually entails for them to go to school financially and physically, get to the school?
Up until 6th grade, they can go to school in a Libertad, and there they just walk out of the houses and go up. But they should they have to go in with clean clothes, and usually uniforms are the best way to guarantee that, as well as books, pens, pencils, what they need. If they don't have that stuff, they usually don't go to school. Partly because they don't have the materials they need to study, partly because they're embarrassed or something at the state of their clothes. Like sometimes these kids don't have shoes. Like Radamel's family, sometimes the kids do not have any shoes, and they pick up things called niguas, which are parasitic microscopic fleas that cause like nerve pain in your feet, which I've had before. Another one, I think, had to learn how to cut it out. That was the first surgery I've ever done to myself, and so that's basically what they need. We collect $140 a year, and that will help them to usually gets them over the hump of what they need to go to school and stay in. Um, when they go to 7th to 12th grade, they have to go up to the community of Macedonia, and that means getting up at 4:30 in the morning, getting out by 5:30, waiting for up to an hour for a boat that may never come, sometimes in the rain, driving rain, cold, terrible mosquitoes and bugs, which some of which carry dengue and malaria. Um, and then they travel for an hour on that boat up into school, of where now they have a good school. The school has been rebuilt in Macedonia, and then they come back at 12 o'clock after they eat lunch there. So they don't eat breakfast. If they have money, they can get a snack, and they have lunch at 11:30, and leave and back in La Libertad at 1. That's it.
Yep.
And I'm not even talking about the other things like the teachers who don't do their jobs, the corruption when the headmasters of the school rob the gasoline, then they can't be picked up because they have no transportation, of other people snorting and sniffing glue in the schoolyards, of the fights and intimidation and bullying that happen. I haven't even talked about that. That's in Macedonia. We don't have that many problems in La Libertad, other than not paying the teachers for months at a time. Is that a cheery outlook? How's that?
A lot.
But the donations are making a difference down there.
They are. Oh, yes. And not only that, but they see that we care, that someone else cares about them, which is a big motivator. Plus, we have applied political pressure to the government, the administration, Department of Education, and also the Gobernacion, to the government departments, and I went with Fanny, my friend from Bogota, to visit the National Educational Building Center to take pictures and then to publicize it on Facebook. We had over 14,000 views and likes and comments. Not 14,000 comments, but just likes to that, which again helped provide some pressure to have them really get it done. And now they went up just within the past year, and they fixed up a lot of the damage. They had a huge windstorm that came through on September, like September 20th of 2020, I believe, and not 2020. Well, about 3 years ago, and it took them 2 years to repair that damage to the roofs of the buildings. 2 years.
How much money does it cost to sponsor one child for a year?
$140 a year will sponsor a child.
Wow, that's it?
Yes.
Only $140?
It's not, and it really changes. It can really change their life. I mean, as long as there aren't so many other things. I actually had my cousin who was giving some extra money to Radamel, to her, the kid she sponsored, and that helped him even so. But it still wasn't enough. It's like he sends money back to his family too. His family doesn't provide to him, but he sends money back for his little brothers and sisters.
Do you know how much that contrasts to like if a kid were to go work in a coca leaf farm for a year? Like, is it kind of comparable?
It's all piecework, so it depends on how many kilograms they can pick a day. And the little kids can only usually pick a lot less. In fact, the really little kids, if they're like 9 or 10 years old, they put two of them in one bed because they don't pick enough to take up their space. I learned that. I learned so much about this.
Wow.
And sometimes they try to get gloves at times because they use chemicals on it. And I don't know if it's fertilizer. It's probably pesticides. So they don't eat the leaves and they get chemical burns from their hands. We had one kid who was he used to be a scholarship kid. In fact, he was Diane's junior. Remember Junior? And he went and worked. But as soon as he got 14, once again, his father had a drinking problem, other abuse and things in the household, and he got a hernia from lifting up 100-pound bags of coca leaves when he was 15 years old. That's what happened to him. Yep. So how much can they make? They can make, depends on how fast they pick. I've heard that people can make up to 1,000,000 pesos, which is like $300 now, $350 a month, which is really good pay for there. And if you pick, like John Carlos, they told me that he can make up to 100,000 pesos a day. So that's like 3 million, which is very, very good.
So that's what we got to compete with.
Yeah. So that's about it. What time is it now? It's 8:10. I believe we're going to wrap it up.
Yes, and we do have a craft fair where we'll be at.
Thank you
on
for saying that.
Saturday.
That's what I was supposed to mention. The other fundraising was supposed to do after my okay. So for the fundraising this Saturday, we're going to be up in Camden. If anyone's in the area who's listening to this, I can put it right up here on the board. Where was that? Maybe I don't have it here. Huh, up there somewheres. But we have, okay, there it is. We have fundraising on New Year's Eve, I believe, around there, or on the last Sunday of December, which is December 28th, I believe. We may do another live streaming event. We're still talking about it. We believe it's the question and the answers, and having people come in and talk is a good way to get out the message of what we're doing. It's showing that we are legit, purely are trying to make, to be a good steward of what people donate, and also to that we're helping. We have, let's see, okay, people who want to donate, and if people are sponsoring kids, we're starting this on April 19th this year. That's our April vacation. So for teachers, it's a lot easier to start it then. And we're giving out the scholarships when I'm in Colombia, starting in June and in July. So those are the big events for this year, for this and next year. I think that's it.
Ben, is there a way for somebody who is not in Maine to purchase an item that speaks to them?
There actually is. We were talking about this earlier, Diane and I, and we found a place on the same streaming platform where they allow you to have a live auction. So you might show the different show and talk, have a show and tell, and auction off items where people can get handcrafts. That's some really nice handcrafts. This was made by the second command of Vice Mayor. It's a beautiful balsa wood mask. It's very, very nice. I also have a bloodwood dolphin, Palo Sangre, and it's also excellent, excellent weight, very, very smooth, just beautiful heavy wood. But these are mine. I'm not selling these. But we have other ones much like them,
And I've got
as well as piranha.
right here
Piraña
my,
seca.
my treats that I purchased when I was down there. This is one of my favorite
Oh,
bags.
it's that. Yes, that's one of the
It's like
tortilla
Beetle.
warmers.
I'm not turning on.
I hope you get more of those.
Hey,
I'm not
Roberto,
turning
¿tiene
on.
algo de cosas
No.
artesanales? Sí, yeah. La familia, Roberto's family also makes artisanal things.
I'm not turning on the light to find all the stuff.
Oh, don't want to see
Got
that.
more. Are you gonna have any emeralds?
I will. I'll also have a lot of emeralds, including a 5-carat emerald golden emerald ring.
Wow.
Some beautiful hanging earrings with I believe each of those is a half of either a half of a carat or 3/4 of a carat. Smaller rings, stainless sterling silver, and other pendants and bracelets, all made out of emeralds. The majority of what we have is from sterling silver, but we also have some 18-karat gold items with emeralds.
Excuse me.
Salud. Bueno.
That's very exciting. I love the idea of an online auction.
Yeah, I
You
think
can also set up like an Etsy store or something.
that
for
I'm
everything.
not as excited about. But if someone else wants to, I'd be happy to.
That's something I would consider.
Oh,
Yeah,
you mean you're not
yeah, yes,
excited
you have.
as in, you've done one.
I'll have oodles of time next year.
Yeah, you're retiring it. Is that right?
That's right.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, I think.
I'll always bring out more.
Like,
You'll love it.
Might be
My mother loves it.
condolences, I'm not sure.
And you can always go back and sub. They're actually paying subs well now.
Yeah,
Well, at least in our
yeah.
district. Not like before.
Yeah, it will free you up to do more stuff like this.
Yep.
Pretty cool.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for coming on and joining us for our Giving Tuesday fundraiser. Roberto, gracias por hablando con nosotros. Y hablamos luego.
All right,
Llamamos
everyone.
mañana por la noche. Puedo hablar más. Bueno, chao.
Chao, buenas noches.
Buenas noches, Roberto.